Hello. Hi. Hey. Um just a heads up. I am some that's like to draw. Um I don't know what to draw right now, but I think I'm just some warm ups. Let's see. Beside me. Remember this is just drawing and chilling. That'd be a priority. We're drawing. Okay. Draw scales. I have to shift. I did this some reference. See, I don't know if I'm just gonna make Allosaurus. For some reason. I think so. Yeah, a lot more now. Dang. Oh well, I'm not talking right now, but I don't know. I sound fine. Right now, I'm just kind of humming to the music. And but like this, I have no music playing on the stream. More script. Yeah, that looks that looks so much. I don't like. Up in the melon. Welcome. It's like the I just was drawing, but why not live stream it too? Here, oh no, I just started. I'm just warming up. Started off by like, doodling this. Okay, I think, wingly, I think I was drawing Fragilis. Because I don't know. It could be mixing. I think I know slimmer. I think right here now that I don't have my references table, I don't know if I am referencing. I just know I have Allosaurus. I like that. maybe I make. It, more serious answer. Uh, really like. Well, actually, but no, I do have a. It's Spinosaurus. Everything I design, Spinosaurus. Let's save sketch. Just Losing. Uh oh. How do I sound now? Do I sound good? I might get a lot of filters. All right. All right. So you might um oh, I don't know. I just turned off the filters. How do I sound now? I don't know. I guess like the mic, because with the filters on, if I'm not like really, if I'm not really like speaking up, I guess it won't hear it. I don't know. I just turned off the filters. How do I sound right now? A little bit of static, huh? Let me see. Let's see what I can do about that. Testing, 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 testing. Hello, testing. All right, all right. How does that sound? I don't know. I never. My mic sucks. And go, and go, and go. Do I want to make? I think you have it now. Stack me top. Yeah, this is probably the best compromise we'll get for now. Yeah. See, but I want to figure out. Do I want to have it? Want to have it so like you see the lighting phase up? It's kind of like curved in like this, or do I want to have the lighting up here? There's a little bit of a bulb. Yeah, it looks a little silly. I think Makes sense. Okay. Let's see. I I turned on suppression level. I don't know if that takes away some of the static or not. Oh well. It is what it is. I never I never have I have the worst of luck. Oh really? Good. Thank you for helping me out. I'll be streaming with these mic settings from now on. Oops. Where's my water bottles? There they are. Let's add some coarse shadows in here. All things considered, that looks pretty good. This is a little too. Let's turn this down. It's better. It's a little flat, but looks a lot better. Okay, that was a little bit of a warm up. Let's see. What do I want to draw next? I guess. I guess. Okay, look. I will. How about this? I will reveal to you guys what I've been working on right now. Um, let me just grab some more dinner. Let me just grab some more dinner real quick, and I'll show you guys what I've been working. Let's see, let me just, I'll be right. Wait, let me write it down. Let me write it down. I'll be right back. I'm back. Hello. I'm back. Right. Oh. any of you guys are here, still here, welcome. You get to see live what I've been working on. Where do I start? Let's so I have this. Thank you. So I have this. I have this itch, you know, for like world building and stuff like that. Um, and I don't know if I ever said it on social media, but you know, I've been having like a world building project in mind, and I've been brainstorming like multiple ways in order of like a way to e- explore the world through different entertainment mediums. And so one of the first ones I want to do, you know, most if not all of them playing video games, right? And the first idea that I think is like it's very simple, it's very like it's not like a big thankfully it's not over ambitious, I don't think. uh, Let me pull. Let's see, I gotta find the where. So thank you, man, thank you. So I have this idea where I want to make a dinosaur fighting game. And I don't think it's an over ambitious idea. And so like I've already had this idea for like a T-Rex in my world. This is like this is like the probably like the most initial design. Um but then but then it's like, oh, maybe he needs a beard. I don't know. That's getting a little off topic. But being that it's a dinosaur fighting game, I was thinking like maybe it needs like maybe in any other like any other time it shows up in media, maybe it can look more naturalistic like this. But I think for the purposes of the fighting game, I want the one design to um to what's the word? Sun tip. Um, I don't know. I want it to be more characteristic, full of like more full of character. Yeah, I feel you, man. There's a lot of stuff in the way. Um, and man, and I just think this looks so cool. I think for like the purposes of the fighting, like for the fighting game, it will look. I want to exaggerate its characteristics. So, like, it was already already. I wasn't too worried about it being scientifically accurate. I just, for me, my idea is that like think about it like when someone makes a bear monster. Um, like when someone makes a bear monster, they don't just like hopefully they don't just give a bear human arms, right? They give it bear legs, bear arms, right? They give it a hopefully they give it a bear head, right? So that's my idea for I think that's for me that's my idea for like my creatures as well, is that where they're gonna They may not, I'm going to take a few creative liberties, but at the end of the day, I still want it to be. I don't want to make because I want it to be more than just recognizable as T Rex because a lot of people have this idea of what T Rex already is. But I don't want to make another Jurassic Park T Rex. I don't want to make another Venatosaurus Rex from King Kong Skull Island. So I think in fact it would help it stand out the design stand out more if it was more grounded in realism while like still taking creative liberties, like not giving it any lips, fully covering it in feathers, giving it a beard. Um, and what kind of fighting game? So I'll say this, right? I'm not good at all, but I feel like the only one I've ever been decent at was Smash. And so I think I want it to feel or like control like Smash. Mm, but differently. Because, when I like playing dinosaur video games, like, no shade, but I'm not a big fan of all these dinosaur walking simulators. Like I said, if you enjoy those games like Path of Titans, The Isles, full power to you. I'm glad I wish I could have as much fun as you can. um, when I'm playing those games, I just want to kill everything. I want to fight somebody. But can't really risk doing that when all you're thinking about is survival. Like, yeah, the game is fun. Like those games are fun, but that's just not what I'm trying to do. So essentially, the idea behind this game is that I want to make a game that I want to play. you know, um, and so the reason why I also bring that up is because even though I said I wanted to play, like I wanted to have controls like Smash, I want it. Let me see. I'm gonna pull. Let's see. I wanted to basically have it so that the camera is like right behind you. I think you can make the effective Zangief feeling character with the grizzled bearded Rex getting across that vibe. Big balls with. Ooh, okay. Or more Smash appropriate like King K. Rule art was blocking. Ooh, you want? I'll keep those guys in mind. I have played. I have played. I've played Street Fighter. I've played Guilty Gear. I've played Marvel vs. Capcom. I think I've played some Tekken. I I don't. I played Tekken. I don't remember. But for sure, I played Street Fighter, Smash. So yeah, I know people don't really count Smash as a fighting game or whatever, right? But so the idea so far is that I don't know. I've been asking myself like, should it be just from the side like most fighting games, right? Where you know it's flat, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna go for more like the arena fighter thing, just because I think it's just more immersive like that. Just for me personally, just it's. I think I don't know. Um, I don't know how exactly to explain it, but that's why the image is right here. Um, so yeah, so this is the um, and so I've been. Let's see. I'm gonna open. Here we go. So this is the rough idea of the fighters I want so far. I want a roster that's like more so that's like quality over quantity. You know, I've brainstormed with some of my friends the kind of prehistoric animals I want to have in here. The only one I've actually touched is Smash, but I find like that really fascinating. I agree. I agree 1,000,000%. I love Smash. It's the only one I've ever been decent at. um, and so I'm thinking I want to because this is another thing, right? So what's a little difficult for making this roster for me as well is that I I've been working on this one all-encompassing world building project, but the more I like flesh it out, the more I think that I want to separate it into two different world building projects where one is more fantasy, Elden Ring esque type, fantasy world building, etc. And then the others, and then initially I had it so it's just like, oh, on the other side of the world, it's just all the Wild West. I think the arena fighter is a good idea. Gives you the benefit of having a camera that can convey size much better and makes fight sized dudes feels more personal. I agree. I'm glad other people are seeing the vision too. I'm glad vision. Um but yeah, it's that's why it's a little bit of a head scratcher for me because like having animals um like for example, the T Rex, like relatively recently I wanted to just keep it in the world building. I mean in the more Wild West world building project, and then all these other guys in the more fantasy heavy project. But I don't know. Perhaps for like I don't know, like to reconcile this, I don't know. I was thinking like, oh, what if just for the fighting game, it's just it's just set in the Wild West or something. I don't know. It's the big. That's the biggest thing for me. But outside of that, um, I also wrote down some stuff like what I think I want the blocking to look like, stuff like that. Um, like I think I want Ankylosaurus in here. Maybe I wanted to have animations like a sumo wrestler or something. Um, and I don't know if you guys ever saw, but I made a community post. Let's see. I'm gonna open up. I've been learning Unreal, and let me see. I've been learning Unreal, and I don't know. I might open it up, but it takes a while to load. Is it a viable option to have a magic side and like one side has a tidally locked moon or something that powers magic, and the western side? So it's not a bad idea, but I was also so like a thing that came to me like an idea that came to me last night. Where in the world, it's like maybe what I'll do is everything is like pretty grounded in terms of like the world until a certain event happens, like in Berserk, where everything starts a certain theological event happens where all of a sudden things start gaining power, elemental powers, or stuff like that. Um, so maybe I'll just go with that. I don't know. Brainstorming. We're brainstorming, right? Um, Let me see. I think it'd be easier if I just opened up Let's see. Give it a second to load. Okay, here we are. Oh. Uh-oh. There we go. All right. Here we are. So, yeah, I think that is a good idea. So right here, um, this is like a rough thing I put together. Um, where I just roughly put together a model, do basic geometry. How do I move there? And so I've been learning how to animate. So this is what I got so far. There he is. And so I did put this into. Maybe I should have paused the animation first. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Broke Blender. Okay. Pause that. Oh boy. Never mind. Yeah. I wanna I'm having fun with this. It's a lot of fun. So I did manage to put this model and animation into Blender. Um, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. All things considered. Let's see, maybe I can open up. Let's see if I can open up Unreal. And hopefully that doesn't crash. Actually, do I have a screenshot? Maybe I have a screenshot. Let me see if I got a screenshot of it. Let's play in the back. Let's see. I got a screenshot right here. It's fun. It's I honestly I was like I had a lot of confidence in myself being like I'm gonna I'm gonna be able to make top tier animations first try. Let's see. Well, I don't have any screenshots, but so you guys are just gonna have to take my. But yeah, that's what I have in mind. This is what I've been working on. Any and all questions are welcome. I guess so. I guess I should say like where am I at right now in terms of like the. I think as of right now. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, Indamelon. I think as of right now, I would say I'm I'm right now. I'm at the point where I should probably get some design. I should probably like really focus on the designs first because ultimately, I already like I said, I think I already know what the controls. Like I said, I think ultimately I know that I wanted to control Smash. Um, so I'll do some designs. I'll do some like character, like I'll illustrate some character move sets, exploring that. What else? Um, then after that, then I think after once I figure out like move sets and stuff like that, for the most part, I'll probably make a YouTube video explaining like what I'm doing, kind of like what I just did right here. Um, but yeah, so that's what I've been up to. Maybe one day it would be worth talking to the Dynablade guy. I think is all solo dev. They have vaguely some. They could potentially give you some tips in the development part. Yes. Um. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I would totally be down to like reach out to him. I think the main difference here is that I would want this to be PvP, and I think his game is single player. I would love to get a hold of him. Um, I don't know, but these are all. I don't think it's my. I don't think my project is fleshed out enough yet. Like I think once I get some designs down for the most part and some move sets down, then I think that would attract more people to the idea or to the development of it. I don't know. Um, let's see what's the point. What was the point I was trying to make? I know I was trying to make a point. Yeah, I didn't know how difficult it would be to make a multiplayer game. I was like, because I was like, oh, it's not very ambitious. I just want dinosaurs kicking the shit out of each other. The other dino sketches, um, there you go. Okay, so I want to, I think for the fight for this fighting game in particular, I want to find like people kept telling me like, oh, make the design, make the models low poly. But for me, the appeal of the appeal of a dinosaur game isn't just to play as a dinosaur, um, but rather, I like for example, like when the Isle had like really good models, like really awesome designs. The models look so cool. You could see like the muscle definition and all that stuff. I was eating that stuff up, dude. To me, that's part of the fantasy. Is like seeing how good. So I'm not trying to make some, I'm not trying to make some overly ambitious game. I want to make sure that the models look good. I want to make sure the game is fun. Like I said, it's nothing complicated. It's a game where dinosaurs beat the shit out of each other, but with a little bit more like they aren't their move sets and designs aren't completely restricted. They're more like the they're the science is more as a guideline, or not even like a guideline, maybe like a guideline for the design, but then it's more like an idea of for the move sets. Like we know that T Rex likes to face bite each other, right? You know, I don't know. Like You get what I'm saying. Yeah, these guys, I'm really drawn to the Pachycephalosaur. Yeah, I really like the Pachycephalosaur. The I don't like. I think Pachycephalosaurs are cool as is, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if I want it to be a Pachycephalosaur. I mean, I think I wanted. I don't know if I wanted to be a Pachycephalosaur or Pachycephalosaur adjacent. But that's. I guess that's that's to explore later down the line. Um, but yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm gonna continue drawing. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Feel free to drop any suggestions or ideas. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. um, I'm gonna put myself some Zelda music. Ah, thank you for reminding me. Okay. Have you ever looked into Fossil Fighters at all? Not sure how much it has to offer because different style because of the style difference, but I draw a lot of inspiration from it when designing things. I was never really into Fossil Fighters growing up. Um, but there's nothing wrong with taking inspiration from those. Um, Let me see. The only one game I know with Hadrosters that throw their weight around. Okay, I might look into that because I don't know. I was trying to think of ways to add a Hadrosaur to the game that would make it fun, but I couldn't really find a way because I couldn't really think about but I don't know if you ever heard of what is it, Jurassic Park Warpath. And in that game, even though it's like 2D where you're facing side to side, you're facing directly at each other left to right. um you can still dodge left to right, relative to your relative wherever your character's facing. And so I would think maybe something similar, especially because given this is a backwards camera where you can dodge left to right, or you can parry. I don't know. This is something I also had in mind. I used to be so fascinated with Warpath. Hey, what's up, Taplaus? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. How you doing? I used to be so fascinated with Warpath, introduced me to Mega Raptor, and I still love it to this day. I wish I knew about Warpath growing up. But I did look at a lot of gameplay of it. It does look like a um we're just like the stream says, we're just chilling here at Tablos. Just talking about I just finished talking about how working I'm roughly like working on it. I'm like at the step 0 of like making a fighting game or something. Dinosaur fighting game. Oh, babysitting. Okay, well don't don't sit on the baby too hard. Don't put too much weight on it. Maybe I don't want a I think some of the Dragon Ball fighting games could be useful reference for semi 3D game where you mostly fight face to face, but can besides yes, I was thinking of looking more at what is it called, Budokai Tenkaichi. So I agree. I was thinking about looking at that, like a reference for fighting game. Yeah, I'm totally on board with you. Uh, Linton makes all the difference. Oh, no, that looks terrifying. Let's see here. Not good enough. Some reflections right there. I think the glint. There we go. Looks a lot more natural. Let me see. So, so right here I wrote that I have right here. I have a Google document, and I wrote, I think I want the roster to be small, since it's hard to make these characters' movesets unique without any special powers. Ankylosaurus, could give Ankylosaurus some sumo inspired animation and movesets. I can't think of design. Oh yeah, so I also am dabbling with the idea of giving the fighters skins, but I don't know how. I don't know if that could really work. Like, I don't know how much that could work because I know I know what I want the animals to look like. Like, if anything, I would probably just give them like just color alternatives, like just in case there's a mirror match. Um, but people love to buy skins, and where the money is at, and so like for example, like for like if like let's say I were to give the T Rex alternative skins, right? I was thinking like, well, you have the feathered one, right? Well, then maybe its other two skins could be a more scientifically accurate T Rex, or I mean, and then the second skin could be a more crocodilian, monstrous, Godzilla esque inspired skin. And then, but I don't think I could do the same with Ankylosaurus. To be honest, I think I would probably its skins would probably just have to be different Ankylosaurus, like Denversaurus or something. Um, then we got okay, so yeah, you saw I drew. Let's like right here. We've got let's see, we got Therizinosaurus, Bajatosaurus. So at first I was like, man, I don't know what kind of sauropods I want to add onto here that don't take up too much space, but also are too small. I was like, oh, Bajatosaurus or Bahadasaurus. It's got some spikes. I know these spikes would have been covered in flesh, but this is a fighting game. I need to give it something, right? So it's gonna be a little bit inaccurate. Um, I was thinking that the Allosaurus could possibly be Anax, Allosaurus Anax. But after looking at the size some more, it's like probably around the size of T Rex. Maybe I don't know. Like, don't quote me on that. Um, so maybe not that one. I don't know. Maybe a smaller one that's not as big as an X. Because I was worried that I was like, oh, it's gonna have to like compete with Tyrannosaurus Rex. But I think I want Tyrannosaurus Rex to be the biggest guy. Um, I don't want Triceratops in here. Listen, I know Triceratops is a classic, but I'd rather go for any other Chasmosaurine and or a Pachyrhinosaurus. Um, I'm also considering either Spinosaurus, Suchomimus, or Ichthyovenator. Um, you do a prehistoric kingdom type deal where you include closely related species as basic skins. Have simpler skin pellets swap at purchasable echo fighters later on. Maybe keeps your scope more manageable. Yeah, that's something. It's something I gotta brainstorm some more. But I was thinking that too. Let's see what else. Got Carnotaurus, maybe. I mean, I just love that animal. Such a bizarre animal. I love it. I was also thinking an as Dark Kid. Um, but then my friends said that like, oh well, if he can't fly, then what's the point? But I don't know. I think you could put in some move sets where it could do some stuff. Something real. Request access. Need access. Okay. Let's write something in here real quick. Okay. Next, oh yeah, so for the Dark Kid, I don't know. maybe that can so like at first I wasn't considering like jumping for this, given like how it's a third person view or whatever. But I don't know, we'll see. Um, I don't know how I would balance flying. I just think as dark kids are really cool. As for other sauropods, you could have Shawnosaurus or Saltosaurus with armor and tail clubs that kind of gets into Ankylosaurus territory. Yeah, I was thinking of those guys, but I think at the same time they would look too similar to Ankylosaurus. I think Bajatosaurus is more unique in that aspect. Um, but who knows? Maybe if I maybe later down the line, if I need another sauropod, then I could consider like Saltosaurus or something. Um, so I was also thinking Prestosuchus. Where did I put Prestosuchus? But I don't know what it looks like. I don't. Let's see. Oh, okay. It's a quadrupedal crocodile. So it's up those ones with its legs under its body. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. What's not to love about Prestosuchus? Ermatherium. What is that? Is that like a giant sloth or something? It is a giant ground sloth. I might not go with any giant ground sloths just because I don't want it. Because here's the next thing, right? One of my friends suggested Gigantopithecus. And man, listen, I love monkeys. I love Planet of the Apes. So I'm not against something like Gigantopithecus in this game. But then I feel like then I don't know. Then you can't really have Ermatherium because I think it overlaps too much with Gigantopithecus and Therizinosaurus. I don't know. And then we've got Caprosuchus because he's cool. Why not? And I don't know. I'm also considering Utah Raptor just because I think it's such a sick dromaeosaur. It's a sick raptor. Um, but I think it would be way too small. I mean, I could upsize it a little bit, but I don't know. Uh, like I was also considering something like Dimetrodon, but that would also be too small. I think for all these like other animals that I would want to like incorporate in here, it would probably have to be like part of like the stage or background or whatever. They probably wouldn't be played like Dimetrodon. Let's see, if you do the Asdarkid, it'd be the only character that can jump, and all of its best moves are its air attacks, easily to see coming, but super devastating damage. You don't counter block it. Not a bad idea. That's not bad. Let me write that down. I'm gonna I'm gonna write that down. Shoot. Only character able to jump. Oh. Let me take this note. Tags. Cool. Alright. I wrote that down as a note. Thank you for that. Something I like the idea of, I think one of my friends brought the idea to me of like having map hazards. So like for example, maybe like a sauropod stampede. Um, this would be a setting you can turn on and off for like a sauropod stampede. You can imagine that. um, or like as much as I love Spinosaurus, I don't know if I would have it playable in this game. But I could have it. I could have Spinosaurus as a map hazard in the water or something. Um, Another idea I had is for like blocking. Um, it would look like the shield from. It would look a lot like the shield from, not a lot, but like it would be inspired from Evangelion. Could take the new move in Garuga in Iceborne where it becomes a missile and smashes beacon to the. That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all. I guess this idea also, like the idea for this game, also came from like when I was playing what is it called? When like playing Rise and you could like wire bug control the wire ride the monsters, and sometimes me and my friends would like attack each other. And I was like, man, wouldn't this be cool if you could play as the monsters? And an over the shoulder view map hazard might be really tough to deal with since your view is limited. Yeah, but that's what makes it fun. You're so caught up that you're not paying attention. Like I would probably have some sort of visual and audio indicator before the hazard happened. Um yeah. Yeah, other than that, like I would imagine that this game would be super like animation heavy. Like have these ideas for all these grapples and stuff like that where the camera moves around and special interactions and whatnot. Yeah. Um hmm. That's the project that I want to do. Maybe I don't know. Um yeah, I can say mm, yeah, for me the biggest, I guess the biggest hurdles I could say right now is because mm, the biggest, like the number one, I would say the number one hurdle is that I'd never made a game before. I don't know how to code. Like maybe if this was a single player game, maybe it'd be much easier to make, but it isn't. It's a multiplayer game, and apparently making multiplayer games isn't that simple, unless you don't care about cheating. And I've been considering that, like, well, I don't know. This is just supposed to be a fun, dumb game. Like, unless I'm able to like hire somebody to like help code this game, then I don't know. Other than that, I guess the second biggest issue is making the models. Like I know how to roughly make models in ZBrush. And I don't know, I have a rough idea on how to retopologize something. Um but I don't know, I'm not that good at it. I'm the concept guy. I'm the idea guy. So what I'm think, I guess my idea is like once I don't know, like once I figure out like the character, some of the character designs and like some of their move sets and like maybe once I'm able to show a little maybe once I'm able to show like a rough step zero stage zero prototype in Unreal of like showing I don't know like showing them fighting. I don't know. I know I want like I think I want I do. I'm pretty sure I want to do a Kickstarter. Not now, obviously, because I still gotta do some brainstorming. But I don't know at what step I would start a Kickstarter for this project. That's where I'm at right now. I'm trying to figure that out because I want to pay people. I want to pay people to help me make this game. I really want this game to come into fruition. I want to make a fun game for you and your friends to just get online and just start beating the shit out of each other as cool looking dinosaurs. That's all. I'm home from work. I want to pretend to be a dinosaur and fight somebody for like a couple hours. Go ahead. That's where I'm at right now. I want to be as accessible as Smash because Smash is accessible to me. I want it to be fun, stuff like that, just like Smash. What's up, Romek? How you doing, man? I hope all is going well. I hope all is jolly this holiday. Um, I was just explaining to everybody, or I was just explaining that this idea for a dinosaur fighting game. I'm just exploring these ideas and whatnot. Unreal coding is thankfully somewhat smoothed out for beginner coders, but can give you spaghetti code if you don't know what you're doing. That's why Averma had that happen to you. Oh yeah, working on 2 jobs. Woo! You're on the grind, man. You're on the grind. Much respect, man. I would. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it 100. I would be playing Wilds right now if it didn't keep crashing on me. But hey, that's what happens when you don't have a proper SSD. Yeah, yeah. You know, like this would only just be one project, right? But I think this is the least ambitious project that I have in terms of like making a video game. And after this, I don't know, it could be a hunting game, it could be a creature collecting game. I have no idea. I just know that this for me, this is probably like my least. I would say this is probably my least ambitious idea. The only thing that makes it ambitious is that it's multiplayer. Yeah, it needs some optimization. I was playing World the other day, and man, that game runs perfectly. I wouldn't say perfectly, but damn near. A little, a little Greninja. I thought I was a yapper, but explaining all of that has hurt my throat. My shit burns out. Damn, that's unfortunate. Yeah, the game is still bugged. That is unfortunate. I really want to fight Gravios, man. He looks and he looks like so much fun, and sounds like he is a lot of fun to fight. Gravios and Wild. Hey, what's up, Nova Stain? We just drawing and chilling. After that, I backtracked, accidentally walked into the cutscene trigger, played, some of which had rotting commentaries on the ground, and it ended was still dead. That sounds hilarious. I also want to work again on my project, but man, 24 hours a day is not enough time for so fucking true, man. For fucking real. Thank God I was recording. It was super. It was super funny. New Gravios is good. I want it. I would say the one problem I kind of created for myself with Wilds is that I started streaming it. I'm not saying like I'm like forcing or pressuring myself to like try to be content brain about it, but rather I feel the pressure like to play it and have it be uploaded like on the internet. Like at least until I finish the high rank story stuff, then I could stop, recording and just play the game willy nilly. See you, Nova. Oh, you're right. We do gotta do the How Train Your Dragon design. Yeah, let me know. And I'll let you know when I'm when I can. um, and I haven't drawn Greninja. Um, I need a new SSD, man. I suspect it crashes on me. That Wilds crashes on me all the time because I don't have it on an SSD. The current I have a 3 terabyte HDD, but um it but the game says it wants to be on an SSD, and so I suspect that's why it's crashing all the time. And the current SSD I have isn't big enough. So I need a new one. I had almost the same experience with Wilds initially, but I became violently ill when it released. So my audio is half coughing. I resolved just play it a second time. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but then there's no genuine reactions anymore. I feel like my whole thing. Hold on 1 second. Like my whole thing is that even though I know what's in the game, like I basically know what the roster is. I haven't seen all the cutscenes. I haven't seen all the moves yet. So there's still a first time for that stuff. I made plans to play GT. Okay. Have fun, man. It was nice talking to you. Have fun playing Generations Ultimate. watch. I want to watch Game of Thrones. I have watched I have watched House of the Dragon. That's really good. It's very sad though. It made me cry. Jesus. Sorry if you could hear that. Good talk to you, Endomelon. I'm glad I was not streaming Wilds. I would tear it into pieces. The game disappointed me deeply. That's totally fair, man. I don't know. For me, my problem with it so far is, other than the crashing, is that it's not world. Tell me what's your problems with it? Thank you. Thank you for the bless you. Need some other music. Need some Pokemon. Lake. I'll just put that on loop for a bit. The game has no stakes. You don't lose money, items, anything. Just 5 minutes, because hunts only take 10 minutes at best. You don't need to think anymore. Preparation is gone. Tracking is gone. I am salty about the tracking being lost. I will say this, because I haven't really done high rank yet, so I don't know how tough or easy it is. I will say this. I do genuinely believe that high rank should, not high rank. I genuinely believe that low rank should be easy, because you need newcomers to the series. You don't necessarily, right? But like, let's be honest, let's be real here. They want newcomers. They want this game to sell just as, or if not, better than World. I think that low rank should be easy for newcomers, because to be honest, dude, if my friends did not carry, if my friends didn't carry me through World, I probably would not have gotten this runner, just because it was so overwhelming for me. The only good thing is the combat. It is so good that the moment combat ends, the game is yours. That's literally That's literally what everyone's been saying. That's what I hear everyone been saying. That the combat is so good that it's a shame the monsters die so quickly because then the combat ends. I've been hearing that. That seems to be a consistent um criticism. Yeah, I think yeah, I would say they should do the unthinkable and make it so that the story maybe that you can complete the story with at maybe like high rank difficulty, maybe. I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty sure they're smart enough to figure out a comp that can satisfy both new players and veterans. Difficulty option to split the noobs from the veterans. Yeah, yeah. I think that would be their next big idea that they should do. 1 second, I'll be right back. You will find people to play online with. Yeah, like maybe like when you start a new game, an option pops up that says like, "Oh, um, would you like to? Would you want? Do you want to play the game on easy settings or normal settings?" and then just say like this only applies for the story mode, And then after you complete the story, then it becomes high rank, right? So you can either play from high rank, you can play high rank from the start, or start with low rank, and they should say low rank in parentheses recommended for players new to the series, highly recommended for players new to the series. That's what they should do, and then just put high rank mode for story for returning players to the series or something. I think that would be a good idea. Just getting some water real quick. Um, I know a lot of people complained about the railroad sections of the game where they force you on your secret and you kind of have to just like go at like a leisurely pace. But for me, I thought that was perfectly fine. If anything, I felt like they were pretty short, those sections, because I love the shit out of Red Dead Redemption 2. And those have some like those have some like Red Dead Redemption 2 has some pretty like lengthy sections of the game where you're just on your horse being railroaded um for like a good couple of minutes. And I don't know. And I feel like the railroad sections gave you enough stuff to do personally. Like you could ask questions, they gave you dialogue options. Characters are always talking in Wilds. So I was perfectly fine with that, to be honest. I'm trying to draw Gravios. I really want to fight Gravios. Started made coffee or you started using Twitter. A lot of people said that another thing a lot of people said was that it was a detriment. The fact and like the fact that it's all muddy the first time too. It's all muddy the first time too. I think really helps it stand out more. The plenty. That's just my. God, I wanna I wanna fight Gravios so bad. They should make Monster Hunters stories like FromSoft. Tell me nothing. If I want to know about the story, I'll read it. That's not a bad idea. Um, yeah, I'm not against it. I loved Elden Ring. Um, yeah, I think it's yeah. I'm neutral to that opinion. Um, yeah, I have no strong feeling about it either way. I don't know. I think I'm one of I don't know. I wouldn't say like I love the story. Like I probably wouldn't say like I was as much of a fan of the story like I like Ocean is or Ban Lagai Chris was or Bandino I guess was but I still really liked it. I thought it was a little underwhelming. The like I felt like Arkfeld should have had more stuff to do in the story since they put so much emphasis on him. I don't know. There's a chance that they might have the story continue and a title update, but like even still, I felt like that Arkfeld didn't get enough screen time, and I felt like as cool as the final boss was, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I felt like there wasn't enough build up to that yet. To the final boss. Yeah, yeah. I heard. I was watching TB Skyen play Monster Hunter Wilds, and basically most of the time he was saying maybe it's not a good idea to bring this kid with us on the hunts. So yeah, it's a good idea. They just like kept like re-traumatizing him. I mean, I get it what they're trying to do, but yeah, they could have done something. What should I draw next? Hmm, let's see. I'm looking for a specific. Oh, that's right. They wanted to tell a more grounded, serious story, but have very big gaps in logic. The story is very forgettable at the end, and Outer Dragon was the big bad. What a fucking surprise! Yeah, I mean, let's. I mean, let's be real. Let's be real though. Uh, I don't. I don't think we should go into Monster Hunter expecting, expecting anything like Red Dead Redemption 2 or God of War level of story. I don't know. I think for me, the highlight was more so being able to interact with all the characters. I think for me, the biggest thing that threw me off was that it just reminded me too much of Xeno'jiva. And like, also like, I don't know. But at the same time, like, what could they have done to really mix it up? Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, you could just say it's a, I don't know. I, like, yeah, like, yeah, it was an Outer Dragon, but it does play into the story. It does. It like it without spoiling it makes sense why it's an Outer Dragon technically. I'm not even saying I'm reducing my standards for Monster Hunter. I'm just saying like the story standards for Monster Hunter were never high. I mean, like I don't know, maybe it's very varying, but like I know people said that they like For You a lot, and I never played For You. But for some people, they liked For You more, or they liked Wilds more, story more. So it's like it's not that we have low standards for Monster Hunter story, but like rather it's just the story has never been the strong suit of like of Monster Hunter. Like people argue that like people like you said, like some people argue that the story shouldn't be front and center in Monster Hunter. It should just Monster Hunter should just be this experience of like and feeling of like exploration and discovery and like trying to like overcome great odds. Maybe I'm biased, but I don't know. I don't hate the gameplay of like Red Dead Redemption 2. I wouldn't say I'm like a big fan of it, but I wouldn't say I hate it either. I For me personally, like I don't know. I think it does enough to to fulfill my cowboy fantasy. Being a cowboy. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know. I've never really been into like GTA or stuff like that. I never played the first Red Dead, so I can't really argue too much about it. I can just say that I liked it. It's probably biased from loving the story a lot. I don't know. I have a weird connection with with video game. Cause I don't know. Hmm. I'm probably not the best person suited to argue in favor or against gameplay of games. I don't play too many video games. I've for the longest time I don't know. I used to pride myself on the fact that I didn't play that many video games. And now I'm like and or like consuming much media at all. Now that I'm older, I'm like, fuck, I was doing myself a disservice not getting into other you know, other franchises and media and stuff like that. So much cool shit out there. So I'm not. I don't think I'm well equipped enough to argue in favor of that kind of. All I can say is this for Monster Hunter, and it's that I would never have been into it if it wasn't for the creature. To me, it doesn't matter how good the gameplay is if the creature designs were lackluster to me. That's why I don't play Frontier. I believe people that the gameplay is probably like super addicting and fun. At the end of the day, I'm not a fan of of most of the creature designs. Interested in it. That's why I don't want Frontier to be canon. Like at all. And if they start doing that, then I might have to leave the franchise and just enjoy it from a distance. What Wild has amazing creature designs. I wish Wilds would rather go into more UI and menu management performance than make a below average story that you can't skip. No, that's fair. I really think for the next game, they should have it so that you can like they should have it like GTA style, like GTA Online style, where you can see other hunters in the cutscene or something. I don't know, just anything to make co-op seamless because it is ridiculous. I'm trying to draw Caraxes, but I don't think this looks like Caraxes. Is it Meraxes or Caraxes? I don't think this. I'm trying to draw from imagination. It's not working. Let me look at a picture. Did I say Caraxes? I didn't mean Caraxes. I thought this guy's name was Vagar. No, no, the Vagar's the big green one. Oh. What's the one? Malinx? Malinx? What's the one that the old lady rides? What's the name of the dragon that the old? Uh, it's not correct. It's not correct. It's not Vega. Melis. I think it's Melis. Yeah. Here we go. Melis is so cool. They really cooked with Melis. I think I'll stay away from AAA games and keep AA games close, like Helldivers and Dark Tide. I never bought Helldivers, but I'm sure it's fun. So I haven't watched House of the Dragons. House of the Dragons, man, it's so good. It's so good. It made me cry though. About that. It's so good. It's so good. I love it. I love House of the Dragons. Before I would just watch the dragon scenes on YouTube without any context, be like, "Wow, this is so cool." But then when I finally watched the show and I started having like more context to everything, like the emotional significance and impact and whatnot of stuff, just everything just felt more like all the dragon fights and stuff felt more badass and impact. It's like, man, it's really worth watching. So I know some people like that I've talked to, they have issues with it and whatnot because of the books or whatnot. But I don't know. I really enjoyed it. To me, I didn't have any issues with it. I have a few minor problems, but nothing that really ruined the show for me personally. I don't know, it might be different for you, but that's just how I. They really cooked with Maylee's. Ooh, the scales on her are amazing. I haven't watched Game of Thrones. I might want to watch. They cooked with me. I think her design is damn near perfect. Like from a distance, she just looks like a regular spiky dragon, but it looks like they whoever designed her took extra care in like actually like doing her scales and spikes. You don't want to buy another subscription on another streaming platform? Don't worry. There's this little thing. There's this little thing that you can use for people that don't that can't afford or don't want to pay. Arg. That's what I gotta say. Arg. A buddy sent me very legal site where you pay a very small amount per month and get all platforms at once. Maybe I'll look into that. Exactly. Very legal. Very legal. And you pay for it. Of course. Just, come on, it's our duty as American citizens. Have a legally binding contract that when you watch my videos or streams, you are an American citizen. Exactly. You are the most American man here. 1 second, I'll be right. Hello, I'm back. um, it's fun. Didn't draw too much, but did do a lot of talking. It's 7 p.m. for me. I know that's really early, but I think I'm gonna call it there. Um, it was a really fun stream with y'all. Had a lot of fun talking with you guys. Um, I I'm either gonna uh yeah, I'm either gonna play Monster Hunter Wilds or get ready for bed. um, man, all right, guys. Oh, 3 a.m. Jeez. Good. Yeah, man. Good stream. Good stream. You all have a good one. Merry Christmas, everybody.